Hello everyone, welcome to Nocturnal Island. Thank you so much for joining me here in this video, and today I bring you these DIY Harry Potter coasters. If you're familiar with the usual content here on Nocturnal Island, you might be thinking, well, that's random and different. But if you're new, then you must be a Harry Potter fan just like yours truly. But anyways, if you haven't heard the news, Universal Studios Hollywood actually opened up its own Harry Potter world, which got me super stoked all over again for one of my favorite book/film series of all time, and hence the whole coaster idea came to mind. So if you'd like to see how I made them and possibly make them for yourself, just keep on watching. And as a side note, a list of all the tools and materials will be in the description box below, so go ahead and check that out. And without any further ado, let's get started. So first step is to grab all of your popsicle sticks, and each coaster requires 10 of them, or that's how many I used at least. And I just divided into two equal groups for the two different colors for each of the houses. So I started off with Gryffindor, and Gryffindor's is Scarlet and Gold. So I just went to Walmart and I picked up all the colors that I thought best matched each of them. And Walmart is really cool because their paint is actually 50 cents each, so yeah, it's not that expensive. And I think the pack of popsicle sticks was around $1.60, so yeah. And I also ended up using the same spongy brush for all of the colors, so if you end up doing that as well, don't forget to wash your brush in between each of the colors. And in order to do this, all I did was filled up a cup with some warm to hot water, dipped it in, and then squeezed out the excess with a cloth. And here you can see that I moved on to Slytherin. So Slytherin is green and silver. Now I'm doing Hufflepuff here. It's yellow and black. And then you'll see in a minute that Ravenclaw is blue and bronze. So next is to glue all of your sticks together once the paint has dried. Here I am just using some Mod Podge, putting some on the side of the popsicle stick, pressing it up against the other sticks, and then laying down a coat on top as I go along. I will note that Mod Podge is basically white glue, or online, I guess the technical term, they say it's called PVA glue, so I'm pretty sure any of those white glues would work in place of Mod Podge. I just had that laying around, so I decided to use it. And as another note, I know this is very obvious, but because it's not hot glue and it doesn't dry in an instant, you have to be very patient waiting for this to dry. And if you're like me, you have a tendency to like mess with things that you are waiting for it to dry for, like I'm doing here. You can see that it detached. So just once you get it attached to the previous one, just leave it alone and try not to touch it as much as possible. And I know you're saying, well duh, but if you're like me and one of the things that you're not good at is waiting for things to dry, then it can be very difficult, because you want to try to pick it up and you want to be like, okay, let's move on to the next step, but you just can't. You just have to wait for it to dry completely. And another thing is, I did try to use hot glue with this, but I didn't like how it seeped through the cracks and left like bumps of hot glue on the surface, so that's why I opted for the Mod Podge or the white glue. But as you can see, with a little bit of patience, they turn out pretty cool after they're done drying completely. And here I'm just attaching all of the emblems with a little bit more Mod Podge on the back, and then I'm also going to do another coat on top. And as a side note, the link for the pictures that I used for this is in the description box below, so don't worry bro, I got you covered. So yeah, basically I'm just going to do that for all 4 of the houses, and then we'll move on to the next step.
So we could wash away our past, so that we may start anew.
To protect from water damage, I went ahead and sprayed these with some clear acrylic sealer. Do this in a well-ventilated area or outside like I did. Ta-da! All done and dry. Let me know in the comments below whether you think you would be sorted into Gryffindor, Slytherin, Ravenclaw, or Hufflepuff. And if you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It would really help me know if I'm doing alright here. And if you're not already, all of the citizens of Nocturnal Island, including myself, welcome you to join us here on this virtual DIY island by hitting the subscribe button for new content every week. And if you have any questions, thoughts, suggestions, concerns, leave some words below with a sprinkle of kindness and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. And if you're curious as to which house I would be sorted into, people have told me I would be in Ravenclaw. And don't worry, that's just hot chocolate with melted marshmallows on top. Nothing gross. But anyways, until next time, Nokturnalites, good night and good luck. Thanks for watching!